is Comfort Lebese. I am the founder and design director at CLK Design Studio. We are an architecture and design company based in Sandton, and we service clients all the way from high-end residential to commercial projects across the country. So before joining the MIDO program, one of the challenges we had as a business is we weren't running the practice as a business, and I think that's sort of endemic, typical of most businesses that start out in the country. So before that, our biggest challenge was just like things like cash flow management and really keeping track of documentation, seeing that this is not just a design practice where you design buildings and that's it, but actually there's the business of architecture. So while we were very good at designing and producing buildings, we just weren't very good at the business of architecture. And I think joining the MIDO program really assisted with helping us shift from just designing to actually running a design business. Here's what's really sort of awesome about the transition from not being in the MIDO program to being part of the program. So because we weren't running the business as a business, post sort of being part of the program, one of the key networks for me was my mentor and good friend now, Bernard, who we had sort of like weekly interactions. He's really played a fundamental role in connecting us to suppliers, to different people. So now we've been able to even pivot our business to not just offer design, but also play the role of construction and actually implementing the projects that we design. So that was a very intentional move that got us to actually double our revenue from the previous year. So we actually saw a very huge increase in revenue, and our financial year is not even over yet. And already I can say with confidence that there's been a really good, I've seen a really positive impact that those networks have had on our business. And yeah, that is the one very specific thing. Okay, so on the community impact, because of the growth of the business, I think it's important for me to highlight that we don't measure growth in terms of number of people employed. But one of the things that's really close to my heart is I always say that architects are often needed where they're least afforded. So we've, through the different networks that we've engaged in through the MIDO program, and actually having to then explore different business models other than just design and architecture. We realized a huge need, for instance, in the early childhood development space. This is over the past year or so. And so we've really started creating sort of a graduate employment program. And thanks to Bernard again, I actually got connected to a lady who could help us sort of finance this graduate employment program, where we could hire, say, 10 graduates from architecture schools, be it Wits University, where I'm from, or UJ or UCT, whatever the case may be, where we bring in graduates so that they get an opportunity to first of all gain experience, and then get paid while they do that. And at the same time, we would be servicing the early childhood development sector, which is one of the most underserved sectors, particularly in the built environment, right? And so we are actually towards the final stages of planning this graduate employment program, and we should be launching it hopefully in the first quarter of 2024. So in terms of employment, hopefully we're going to be employing a whole lot of people starting from first quarter of next year. But in the meantime, we've really worked really hard to get a program set up that will allow us to do what we love, but at the same time have an impact in communities that can't really usually don't afford the types of professional services that we would offer. Right, so there's a very good notable collaboration that we had through the Mido platform. Was we recently got the opportunity to design Rich Lou's container bar at Loftus Stadium in Pretoria. That was an exciting project for us. We did it in collaboration with our sister company, Kagela Events Management. And we needed a supplier who would take care of the graphics and the branding that the client had requested. So we reached out on the Mido platform, we put out a job request and we set a budget. And that's how we came across iLab, who signed up for the job and we gave it to them. And thankfully, they actually delivered on the product, and the client was really, really happy with the end result. So that for me was a testament to how we could use the platform to gain access, not just to markets, but to reliable suppliers as well. Listen, if you haven't heard of Mido, right? Mido always says the business is the dough, they are the oven. So Mido is the oven. And essentially, I think it's true to that, right? You as the entrepreneur, as the founder, you decide what ingredients make up your dough. You decide what quantities make up your dough. You decide, whether you use water or milk. You decide all the ingredients. And what Mido does is they give you the correct temperature. They give you the correct environment to help your cake grow, right? To help your ingredients grow. But even before you put it in the oven, there's the whole support is incredible. The fact that I've got Tabelo on my phone and I can call her like, hey Tabelo, can you connect me with such and such, right? That is an incredible opportunity. The fact that there's such a vibrant team that you can reach out to, whether you want marketing, whether you want branding. We're currently doing the ad reach campaign in Polokwane, for instance. So that's opening up opportunities for us to reach a market. And that's all through the Mido platform. So I'm quite excited, and I would say if you're an entrepreneur, sign up on the platform. It's definitely a great opportunity for startups, existing businesses, whether you've been running a company for the past 10, 15 years, or you're just starting out. Everything's literally there for you. You just have to pick and choose what's relevant to you and see what opportunities you can harness on the platform. And for us at CLK Design Studio, it's the fact that we have access to reliable people that we can reach out to, and that the business can grow and we can actually help reach more and more people and just do more business. It's just really simple and exciting.